As a result of technological advancements and widespread internet usage, the online tutoring industry is expanded at a breakneck pace. Parental and student satisfaction is high as a result of online learning opportunities. Teachers and professionals alike are taking advantage of this opportunity. In order to be a successful tutor, you need to do more than just teach. You also need to promote yourself. You are the public fare of your tutoring business. Marketers, CEOs, and employees all look to you for guidance. Hey, and welcome to my channel, a channel dedicated solely to different techniques used to earn money. Before we begin, we would appreciate it if you could give this video a like if you found it helpful, and please feel free to subscribe to our channel at any time. Today in this video, we will understand the things you need to know about a complete explanation of how to become an online tutor. You need to find a niche for yourself. The first step is to figure out what you're good at and what your niche might be. Do you want to help students prepare for exams, or are you more interested in educating them in general? Are you better at teaching beginners or making intermediate speakers fluent? Find out where you stand before diving in. Afterwards, carry out your own research. Find out who the best tutors are and what they do to be the best. You can visit tutoring platforms to see who their top educators are and what their profiles say to get this data. How do they promote their brand? Inquire as to how much they charge. Take a page out of their book. Market research is the next step. To put it simply, you'll need to gather data on the market in which you plan to compete, people and companies you will have to compete with, who you're trying to reach. Using your research, you'll be able to recognize a market need and see where your skills will best serve the needs of your company in question. Decide who you're trying to reach. The most important thing to do once you've identified your opportunity and discovered your niche is to get to know your students. Spend some time getting to know the people you hope to reach out to. What are the difficulties they face? What sort of things do they like to do? The best way to learn about your audience is to spend as much time as possible getting to know them. By getting to know them, you'll be better able to relate to your students. You'll also be able to better engage your students in class because you'll know what they want to learn and how to keep them interested. Because of this, you'll have more satisfied students, which means more experience and more money. Locate the people who will be your students. Online tutors typically find students through one of two methods. Begin working as a private tutor with the assistance of a platform for online tutoring. Begin working as a private tutor. If you decide to work as a private tutor, you'll have to put money into marketing your services, as well as creating a system that works for you. So you'll have to come up with a system for responding to student emails, scheduling appointments, and billing that suits your needs. Using an existing online tutoring website to get started. Complete a profile and you'll be able to join an existing online tutoring platform in no time. Online tutoring has never been easy or more efficient than with this approach. The process is also streamlined, ensuring that students have a more enjoyable time. Design a curriculum that students will want to learn about. In a world where you can learn how to teach online from a plethora of sources, it can be easy to lose sight of what is most critical. As a result, it is important to keep in mind when developing your curriculum or lesson plans that the goal is not to create something that you will strictly adhere to. When it comes to teaching, it's all about making sure your students understand the material, stay involved, and are able to put what they've learned into practice outside of the classroom. There is a plethora of resources available for tutors on various online tutoring platforms. When it comes to popular English topics like vocabulary, words, and fill-in-the-blank sentences, Preply's curriculum covers them all, as do live lesson materials like weekend activities and interview preparation. It allows you to spend more time interacting with students and less time preparing materials. Pricing. In addition to the type of students you attract, how quickly you get them, and your development profitability, and more, pricing is a major factor. Start with the bottom of your budget as a short-term strategy. More people will be interested in your lessons if they are less expensive. However, it is important to remember that where you begin is not necessarily where you end up. Price dumping should only be a temporary technique to test drive your teaching techniques and materials, as well as collect public approvals and reviews to kickstart your teaching career. As enrollment increases, you may need to raise your prices to keep up with the demand. Promote your tutoring services in your local community. To become an online tutor, the final step is to advertise yourself and build a client base. The best way to promote your website or the tutoring site you use for classes is through online marketing and advertising. Keep in mind that even if you have a small budget, you can still create campaigns. Create an email marketing campaign as a means of contacting potential customers and clients. Search engine optimization (SEO) and writing blog posts are two other ways to boost traffic. Find out if schools have a potential customer base for you by contacting them. As an online tutor, you'll need these skills. As an online tutor, you'll need to master these abilities. Patience. Patience is a virtue for all online tutors because you have to repeat the same topics to multiple students and explain complex terms to them. It is important to remember that you are the subject matter expert. Be sure to maintain your composure and patience at all times so that your students know you care about them. This aids in the smooth running of your meetings. Optimism. Students are more likely to stick with their studies if their teachers display a positive attitude. Complimenting students on a regular basis can help you achieve this goal. Praise the students when their efforts or abilities are apparent. Reward your students when they take on new challenges and succeed. Empathy. In order to make a significant impact on your students' ability to learn, it is imperative that those who work with them have a high level of compassion and empathy. Empathy is an effective teaching strategy because it helps students feel heard and understood. Empathy can also encourage students to continue their education. Specialized knowledge in a particular area. The skills needed to complete particular things are referred to as technical knowledge. You must have a working knowledge of the subject matter you are teaching. To become an expert in your field, you must work with students to help them to succeed in their classes as well. To become an online tutor, you typically need to have a deep understanding of a particular subject area. Working online necessitates knowledge of computer systems and the ability to use them effectively. Communication. Tutors must be able to communicate effectively in order to be able to hear and address the concerns of their students, because you'll be communicating with students via email and leaving behind notes that they can read at a later time. You'll also need to be proficient in writing. Writing clearly and effectively is essential to accomplishing these tasks. Problem solving. Problem-solving skills are essential for online tutors because they must identify and solve students' problems. Establishing a good working relationship and being more efficient at helping your students will benefit you. If you're hired for this position, you may have to figure out how to help students who are struggling in class. Time management. Due to the large number of students they typically work with, tutors need to be efficient with their time. A variety of schedules must be taken into consideration, and each session must be completed within the allotted time. You'll also need these abilities if you want to maintain your focus on the subject or task at hand while you're in class. Leadership. Leading students towards a specific destination or path necessitates strong leadership abilities. As a mentor to a large number of students, an online tutor has a duty. You can help your students remain on course and succeed if you have strong leadership qualities. Final thoughts. Being a virtual tutor is a rewarding and energizing experience. Not only it is important to make a profit, people from around the world will be your new best friends. You'll help them achieve their dreams, travel the world, and a better education, build a career, and meet new people. Starting out can be challenging, but the information in this guide will make things a lot easier. Okay, guys, these are all for today. I hope you understand the things you need to know about how to become an online tutor. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you think this video was helpful, please let us know in the comments below. We want to see if we should make more videos like this for our community.